Hello, everybody. This is Justin Case of American Newscape, joining our friend, myth, legend, media personality, Jerry Maldonado, back for another installment of American Mentoring. Hello, Jerry. Welcome back to American Newscape.
We try so hard to be serious, Meatball. It just doesn't work, man. It
Well,
just doesn't work.
we,
Well,
we
we try. We really try. I
we
went
do
from media personality to a saint in 1 week. I mean, make up your mind, man.
not
I don't.
not a saint, a legend, a
Oh,
myth.
there you go. Okay. I stand corrected. I stand corrected.
Okay,
I'm in awe. Thank you.
yeah. Well, we do try to be serious, and there is a serious tone to what we do. But in the words of Jessica Rabbit, we're just not drawn that way.
We're not. It can't. There's no script here, man. So
No.
people getting the raw footage. There's no bloopers, nothing, no takebacks. This is just you and I at a kitchen table, 2,000 miles apart, and having fun.
All righty. Hey, Jerry, we are having fun. Hey, let's talk about conformity. I mean, what in the world is happening with conformity?
Conformity. That's a lot of syllables, man.
It is.
I did that today via Facebook Live as well. Now, question: Did you see the video from the out your way, Nevada? The police officer who tore down the barricades with his truck from
No,
the environmentalists out there?
no.
Yeah, well, we have laws that make us conform to do certain things, and those meatballs were in an area where they couldn't do that, so they had to face the consequences on that. What I'm talking about is mental conformity. We put ourselves in this box of thought every single day. It may sound so we humdrum to most people, but when you realize how powerful your thoughts are and what you're conforming to with your everyday thinking, you'll realize what you're attracting in life. And conformity, people take it the wrong way. I don't want to conform. I want to create my own conformity in my thought process every day. And it has only benefited me throughout the years.
Now you've confused me. Now I'm supposed to being a nonconformist myself. You're telling me that there is a perfect form of conformity, correct?
Thank you. A mental form of conformity. It's the laws that are structured out there that people can't see, but where they create from. Hence karma, the laws of the universe, law of attraction, whatever you want to call it. And most importantly, whatever people want to believe in, how they create in their life. If you conform to these perfect laws of basically what you give out is what you get back, it's really simple to understand. It's the power that we have to shape our life by how and what bubble we put ourselves into of thought and feeling every single day. And when people can grasp that, they realize they're all power. I mean, we have the outside laws indeed that keep us kind of civil once in a while, Meatball. But on the inside, these laws here of the science and neuroscience involved with the quantum field that people don't want to learn about is more powerful because that's our creation. That's where we start from. It's the karmic wheel that we live on every day of the repetitive thought and feeling that we're sending out every day, getting back as our life situations, and people don't realize what's going on. It's all on the inside.
I don't want to infer that I'm speechless, but that's a lot to take in, Jerry.
I was going to say, are you confused again? Yeah.
I am. If they could, if this is why I'm not on camera, because I'm sitting here with my mouth agape, like what? But, yeah, exactly.
Well, it's hard to believe. Indeed, it's a hard concept, but it's basically karma in a different fashion. And you stick. If you conform to something, you follow the rules by it. We conform to the laws. We conform, sadly, to the politicians and their laws and their lawmaking. It's something that we have to do, indeed. But you have the choice to conform to the outside world or create the inside world that you've always wanted, which will create a better outside world for you. And that starts with the core thinking that we are as people. But sadly, we were taught as sheeple to believe another way, that the outside world controls us, when we really have control of where we direct our thoughts and our feelings and our actions every day to create everything we've always wanted to be. But you got to believe in that. We already believe in that that karmic wheel of life and everything else, when you realize if you can conform to the laws that are already in place, which are a fact now scientifically, and people can believe it or not, I respect that. Believe me, I respect it. But when you believe you're all power, and your thought is power, you'll take how should we say a better way of the way you're thinking.
Well, okay.
I got confused for a second there.
I
I
am
was like,
sure
what the
you
hell?
did. There's a lot of big words and orders, and it almost I almost spoke that language for a while. But let me see if I picked up something from here.
It sounds so esoteric, but even you can get it, Meatball. I know you can.
I'm not sure I can, but I may be able to clarify it for those other meatballs out there with such as myself. Okay, conformity. I have the ability to create my own rules to conform to and put them into practice. No,
Meatball, you got it all wrong, man.
No. I'm just gonna.
Listen, hold on. Before I lose my. Stop it. Let me lose my thought. When you have to conform to the laws already in place. Hence, there's a certain way for the law of attraction to work your way. There's a certain way of karma to work your way. You have to conform to those perfect laws already in place. Whether we already do it, we're just doing it and creating things that we don't want in life. If you conform to these perfect laws that are already here for us, the free will to choose, you'll realize what you're attracting in life. Does that help?
No. No.
Okay, go ahead. Your turn.
No. It's just you've made me feel like a grouper, and I'm supposed to bite the hook and conform to whatever's in front of me, as opposed to be a person of free thought.
Yes.
Trying to develop what's best for me and setting aside the rules that I need to conform to in my own thinking. And maybe we have an audio problem. Maybe we're not hearing one another.
There's a life law of attraction, right? And there's a certain way of doing it you have to do it a certain way to get your certain results.
Okay.
There's a law of karma. You do it a certain way, you're going to get certain results. You have a choice to conform to it or not to conform to it. I choose to conform to it because I give myself the power of what I'm thinking and what I'm creating, and not letting the outside world direct my thoughts and thinking. Does that make sense?
Well,
you get it?
Well, it might make sense to some, but what you're telling me is don't stand there shoveling the manure against the tide because you're in a no-win situation. So I'm supposed to conform to the tide, and no, I'm conforming to the tide, and I'm not worrying about that I'm up to my ass in manure, right? We're clear, because the rules.
We have free will to stand in the manure or go out and create whatever we want in life. That's the beauty about it. You have outside laws set in place that we have to follow. But in order to create what you want, there's also a set laws of the universe that we can't see, that's actually creating what we can see in life. Thoughts become things. And there's a certain way of doing that in life. And when you realize how to do it is basically by how you approach life, your perception, how you feel about it. And if you keep pushing that narrative every day, that's your outside perspective. That's your reality you're creating from those perfect laws set in place that you can either conform one way, how it's set up, and get what you want in life, or conform to the outside world, which will most likely give you what you don't want in life.
So, if you don't play ball, you're subject to misery and chaos, right?
Indeed. I'm getting the law of coughing right now.
Yeah, there you go. Well, that just tells me you did not conform when necessary.
I didn't conform to drink the water before the broadcast, man. I totally forgot.
Okay.
But at the same time, it's really, really simple. We're given free will to choose. What bubble you want to live in is where you're going to create from. You conform to that bubble of life that you live in now. You're thinking from that. You're feeling from that. We see it every day with different perspectives all over social media and on people's beliefs about life. That's what they're going to create from. If you conform in the bubble of peace, harmony, and love, you can only create from that. If you cough all over the screen, it ain't going to work either. If you conform in the thoughts of hate and jealousy and anger, you're going to create from that. So it's a simple choice of free will to choose your path in life, and whatever you choose, you're going to become.
Well, that I understand. So it's we have to pick our success, or we pick our chaos, and understanding
Yeah.
what we need to be doing, which you've always
Well,
told us until you went to confuse us about conformity. But I'm with you. I'm with you. We're going to
no,
conform.
the law, you had these set laws in place on how to create in life. How you conform to it is where you go with it. And if you want to choose a good path of karma, you're sending out good vibes and love and peace and harmony, abundance, actions, deeds, whatever you're doing, you're going to create the most amazing life. If you choose to send out the conformity of choosing the path of hate and jealousy and anger and resentment all your life, you can only manifest from that. It's just karma in a different way.
Karma, cough in a different way. Okay. Well, so if I apply this to Washington, D.C., where the karma can't be good, and the path, and they're not conforming to anything positive, does that
That's a perfect example of how people are living. They're living by what their narrative on every aspect of life, and whatever side of the aisle you're on. If you live by their narrative, you're going to live in all these different assumptions in life. Why not choose your own path, your own feeling about life, and choose it in a way that's beneficial to you? To make the world a better place, we all have to go in this bubble of life that we are, create from the best life we are. That'll just permeate out. And we don't have to worry about these other meatballs around us trying to direct us in a way that we don't want to be directed. It's just of living it at peace with self. If you can conform to the laws that are already here, in other words, we have that free will to choose whatever we want to be. You choose however way you want to conform. You want to choose one way, you want to choose another way, you want to choose this path or another. However way you choose is where you break from.
so
I
choose?
choose the path. I choose the path that I live every day. As you can tell by my face, I'm always here as a symbol of abundance that I just want to share with the world on a massive scale. And if people can grasp that for themselves, most importantly, it'll help relieve the past. It'll help them move forward in life. It'll help them conform to a better mindset, which is most important to create a better life for themselves.
So it's a matter of us choosing wisely, or choosing as wise as we can.
Indeed, indeed. We have a perfect set of laws that we can't see that creates our reality per se, and people can believe it or not. I was the one that lived from the outside in, letting the outside world direct me, and I did that for a couple, 3 decades. It just made me miserable. It's when I chose to create from the inside, my true belief about self, my true belief on who I wanted to be in life, conform to that bubble, believed in it wholeheartedly. I only created abundance from that. So it's really simple to choose, hard to figure out, like my buddy a couple of thousands of miles away. But, but what? But once you get it, the Barney show gets a lot easier, man. I'm telling you.
Okay. Okay. Well, and then we're not owned. We're not owed the right to see it, and we shouldn't rely on visualizing that, because if you jump off the Empire State Building, the laws are going to take effect of gravity, and it won't.
It's going to be messy. It's going to be messy. You don't want to do that. You don't
But
want to do that.
we
It's
can't
going to be messy.
we can't see
But
gravity, but it's there.
exactly, you can't see any of this, but believe me when I tell you, it's all activated through thought and feeling, and they proved it now scientifically. I'm not going to go into the gibberish about that. It's so esoteric to the mind, but you don't have to know. You don't have to know it to be it in life. All I'm saying is choose your path of beliefs and thoughts every day, and if you stick to that, you conform to that bubble of self. You can only manifest from that. You're going to start seeing the synchronicities and coincidences that you've always wanted, but you have to follow that certain or conform to those laws that are already here. And once you realize you're working with them instead of against them, it's amazing how life turns out for you.
Because they're there to to work with you, right?
Yeah, but the thing is, they gave us free will, Meatball, when they dropped us off for either the stork or the pelican or the pigeon. I have no idea how we all got here. But it's all free will. It's all free will to choose, which is magnificent if you want to create the most amazing life, or turmoil if you're scared about life. So get excited that you're co-creating with something that you can't see, but it's going to create in your life eventually. That just rhymed again, huh?
Yeah, you did.
I'm getting pretty good at this stuff, man. I feel like Vanilla Ice to the third power over here.
Well, and for our friends in South Florida on the West Coast, they can't see the hurricane, but it's a coming.
No offense.
It's a coming.
Hopefully, like I said, this is my experience. When I changed the way I was thinking, when I changed the way I was feeling, I only let myself feel and think that way. That's when my life changed. The simplest way to explain it.
Let's talk about that, Jerry. And I do wholeheartedly believe you did change your way of thinking, and I do believe your life has only changed for the positive. How did that transition
you've seen it, yeah.
Yeah. How did that transition come about? Was that a baby step transition, or did you wake up one day with an epiphany and go, hey, this is starting to work? How did that work?
I got sick and tired of being sick and tired. It was a pig pile of life events that gradually I just said there's got to be a better way. And I yelled at myself in the mirror one day. I said, Meatball, what are you doing? There's a better way to do this out there. And from there, evolution started with the writing and the quotes and meeting you a decade ago and certain events that really said, wait, but let me just dig deeper into the sciences behind that. And there is a science to life. Life is not supposed to be frightening for people. It's supposed to be an evolution of self. And when you realize you have complete control of that, you let go of the past and what has happened to you. And you can only create what you want for you. But yeah, indeed, it could be an epiphany. You can call it a whole bunch of, to me, it was a plethora of mental pig piles that I couldn't take anymore. I said, wait, there's got to be a better way. And I just immersed myself with motivation, inspiration, then over to the scientific part that we can't see and realize, wow, I have this amazing power to create. And all I've done, everything around me was once thought. And now it's my reality. What you see in your mind, you will definitely hold in your hands, good and or bad.
I do believe that, Jerry. Hey, do you have a final thought for us tonight?
I just stayed it for the last 5 minutes, man. What do you want?
No, well, I wanted some clarification. I wanted some closure.
Oh, I'm just kidding. You know me.
Give me some closure on conformity.
I know, right? Every single one of us has the free will to choose whatever path we want to take. And the moment you start doing that, besides my stuttering, is the day your life is going to change. So you have to hit those epiphanies like I did, and not let them pigpile on you until they actually drive you insane figuring it out. It's really simple. Free choice. Choose positivity, abundance, love, and make these choices every day. And whatever you act, be, and do, watch how life changes for you. It's a natural process of evolution.
That's a great message, Jerry. Hey, everybody. This has been Just In Case and Jerry Maldonado bringing you American Mentoring. Thanks for joining us. Remember, additional information and links are provided in this video's read more. Today's the day to subscribe to this channel. Please learn more about Jerry Maldonado when time permits.